Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases where we are going to chat about the new things that's been released, announced and sneak peeked, and I'm going to let you know whether or not I want to pick it up, whether or not I'm leaving it in the store, and then you let me know down in the comments whether or not you're interested in these products. And it is okay if you hate something I love or vice versa. It is just colored powder. There's no need to be upset over makeup. I did film this look. I did finally use the Bella Beauté Bar Basic Witch palette. So I did film this look and it's gonna be live. I'm hoping next week I'm gonna have another one of those 4 indie palettes, 4 looks. I've already filmed 3 of them. I'm so excited to be sharing them with you. I also quickly wanted to let you know that I will have another Zoom live call with the members here on my YouTube channel of tier 2 or tier 3 of my membership. You can always read up about my membership either in a link that's down in the description box, or if you click on the button that's next to the subscribe button down below. If you want to join now and you want to join in on the live, that's going to be tomorrow morning. We're having a little Saturday brunch session. We're just going to be catching up on life and just having a good time. You're always free to join. I will leave all the info on how to join in on the community tab, and you will be able to see that post. It will be visible to people that are of tier 2 or tier 3 membership here on my channel. And if you don't want to be part of membership, don't worry at all. Nothing will change on my channel. I'm still uploading quite a lot of videos, but let's jump in to the news. So let me start by scooching so we can fit some pictures. I feel like we really need to start talking about the Midi Xenon palette by Natasha Denona. I have known about this for a bit. Natasha Denona is having problems with her retailers putting up her listings before she has announced her palettes. It keeps happening to her, and honestly, people are saying, oh, they're doing it like they're meaning to leak it. I will be honest with you, I don't think a leak is benefiting any brand in the climate that we're having right now. So I honestly think the best thing that can happen for marketing for a brand is if nothing is leaked, either intentionally or unintentionally. I don't think that is the kind of marketing that works for anyone anymore. So I think they're unintentional leaks, but this one at least has been able to somewhat been held under wraps, which I am excited about because now we can finally talk about it, and it is being released, I think, on the 23rd. On the 23rd, on the Natasha Denona website, you can get 15% off with my code Angeshka, but it will launch on the 22nd on Ulta. And it says it's launching exclusively to Ulta, which was actually also the case with her mini palette that came out a while ago. And I don't even know if it's like coming to Sephora or not, because I was talking on my Sephora recommendations video that went live this week. If you want to get some recommendations for the sale, even if you're not living in a country that has Sephora, it's just a video of like recommendations of good makeup that you could still find probably in your country, just maybe not at Sephora. I was talking about that I would be surprised if the Xenon palette was not released during the sale, and it is not even being released at Sephora, and I am surprised. I mean, I'm surprised. So if you want to get a discount, I would recommend getting it at the website, because then you can get 15% off. It would be like if you were shopping the Sephora sale, but this one is a cool tone gray palette, and we all know how I feel about that. Mid. I love a high contrast palette, and for that reason the Mini Xenon palette is my most used Natasha Denona mini palette. And you might not know that, but I always bring that one traveling because it has an almost white matte. It's like a bone, it's like a very, very pale off-white matte, and then it has a black matte, and then it has like 2 grays and a silver. I don't care about that even a little bit, but those 2 colors have been the perfect to just fill in any gaps where I need a palette to be more contrasty. So I'm looking at this picture right now, the one you're seeing here, and listen, I cannot fault this palette for not having contrast. Contrast is here, check. It goes from light to dark in both shimmers and mattes, check, but it's gray. And gray, every time I wear gray, people are like, oh, you should wear gray more often. I don't know why you don't like gray. You look great in gray. I don't dislike the way that gray looks on me. I just don't think it's fun. I just don't think grays are fun. They're tricky to work on my skin because I have a light medium skin tone with a neutral golden undertone. And when you have a more warmer yellow leaning undertone, really cool tone shadows, especially the ones that have no color in them, because at least blue has a color to it. Like a cool tone green has a color to it. Gray is just white and black. It's the most tricky color, I feel, to work with on my skin tone. So sometimes I don't think it's fun because it's a lot of effort for something that it's just gray. I'm not excited about it. With that being said, I do feel like I know the formula of Natasha Denona quite a bit. I am quite familiar with the Natasha Denona formula, so I will probably be picking this one up to review to see how I feel about it. There are a couple of like blacks and dark colors in here. A metallic black, I love a metallic black. It's such an wonderful way to make a smoky look, and also it's more forgiving than a matte black all over your lid because it's not going to be patchy like a matte black could be. Like, it needs less effort. It's an effortless black smoky look. I just did one that I wore last week in my new makeup releases. I still have not edited that reel, but I did film it. I'll put it up soon. I promise, I'll put it up soon. I see you. I know, I'm behind. There are also 2 pink metallics in here, and then there's like a light beige. This is not a color story for me, but I love Natasha Denona. I'm gonna review this. I'll let you know if this is good quality or not, so that if you were looking at this and you're like, this is the gray palette of my dreams, at least I can let you know if you are expecting good quality or not. Because the Natasha Denona palettes are still, I think, $69. Yeah, $69. That's not nothing. Like, you want to make sure that you're getting something really good. So I think that this is going to be the favorite palette of a lot of people, just not me. Can I say we're in this like cool toned year? Listen, I'm saying year, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be a couple of years. It's been cool tone pink blushes, not my favorites. It's been a lot of cool tone neutral shadows, not my favorite. And I'm just over here being like, so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Not at all jealous. Just thrilled for you and your cool tones. I just want the orange era back. I know, nobody wants that but me, but I just prefer warm tones, sorry. Speaking of cool tones, this is the new palette by Colourpop. It is available now. I need to go in and look if my code still works with Colourpop. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked. Should I go and do that? Let me go and do that now, because I did not receive the Sailor Moon in PR, and I also did not receive this one in PR, and I don't see a tracking for it either, so maybe I'm no longer on the Colourpop PR, which it's not the end of the world, because Lord knows I've been very, very overwhelmed with PR. Because sometimes Colourpop will activate a code, deactivate a code, they will give it back, they will take it off, like you're on PR, you're off PR, and it's not the end of the world. Like, Colourpop releases a lot of stuff. I definitely did not need any of these 2 last collections, but yeah, my code is still active. And with PR, with Colourpop, sometimes they'll send you everything, and then for a while you won't really receive anything. And with this palette that you're seeing here, my code is still active, and you can get some money off if you use my code, but I did not receive this one in PR, and I will say it is again the same thing. It is a cool tone smoky palette. This is not as smoky as the Natasha Denona one though, so if you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit more on the cool tone brown side and maybe not a lot of grays and blacks, and also of course more affordable, even though I will say I don't think Colourpop's formula is near as good as the Natasha Denona formula in 19 times out of 20. I still think that this could be a good idea if you're after something similar but didn't want to spend the money, or maybe didn't want something that's as dark. This one is called On Cloud 9, and I have seen 2 of my friends do videos on this on YouTube, and both of them seem to really enjoy the palette, so it seems that this is the good Colourpop formula. So just letting you know, this is available now. I will not be purchasing this one because cool tones isn't my thing, but if Colourpop releases something in the future that I want, that I'm not getting in PR, listen, I'm the first one to buy. Did you see my glam light video this week where I said that I might buy the candle? I bought the candle. I cannot be stopped. Here's another thing that, is this available now? I might go in and buy this now. Is this a shop with me? Oh my god, I've been complaining to all of my friends. I'm like, oh, YouTube and like Instagram and TikTok, it's turned into QVC. It's like shop with me. And now I'm like, here, should I go buy this now? This is an extension of the Moira Signature Lipsticks shade range. I love this formula, and I've talked about this before, and I ranked it really high when I was reviewing it, and they are releasing new shades, and this is described, and I 100% agree, lightweight creamy balm texture. Yes, it is a beautiful formula. It is affordable, and new shades, $7.50 each. Okay, this has officially turned into a shop with me. Don't come for me. Thank you for your order, Angelica. Well, thank you. Don't judge me. Maybe a little. Oh, I actually have this one. I think it's downstairs though. This is the Naturium new cafe collection. Do I have that here? Wait, let me get it. I've been talking a lot about these Phyto-Glow lip balms. I have one here. You can see I used it quite a lot this summer. This is in Spritz, I think. Yes, Spritz. These are colored, glowy, comfortable balms. I brought one of these in pink, like a light pink, when we went to the Grand Canyons and to Bryce. And honestly, these are comfortable, beautiful, effortless. I love the colors, and now they're coming out with brown ones. And I'm so grateful that I got these in PR, because I will be honest with you, I would have bought them myself otherwise. I'm actually very excited about these. So there is a dark chocolate brown, a muted dusty rose, a warm gingerbread, and a neutral light brown. The two middle brown shades are the ones that I am going to be keeping, and I think I'm going to be giving the other two away, but I got this in yesterday and I opened it and I'm like, I love these colors. And my husband peeked over my shoulder and he's like, but they're all so boring. I mean, he's not wrong. These are available now. You can find these at Target. I will link them down below. Honestly, if you're looking for a new lip balm and you like a little bit of color, it comes in a clear one as well. I cannot recommend this product enough, and it's also so much cheaper than all of the other ones like the Summer Fridays that everyone is recommending. This is an affordable option. Ooh, this one did launch, and this is the Nomad Cosmetics Nomad Air. I have it here. Wait, let me get... I have some of these things. I've just been a little bit behind. Let me get it. So this is what it looks like. It is super, super cute. I did not film anything dedicated to this one, basically because it is like a travel set. And I will say it comes with like a ticket, like a retro looking ticket. It's super cute. I'm very impressed with the marketing. And then there is a mini palette that honestly I think is going to be a lot of people's favorite palette to travel with. But the reason why I didn't do a dedicated video on this is because this isn't going to be my favorite palette to travel with. If this one, quite honestly, if this one had been a really light beige matte, yes, this could have been the palette that would have replaced maybe even my Natasha Denona one, because I'm more likely to use any of these like shimmers than I am to use the silver one. But there is no light matte in the corner for me in this palette, which I realize that is a personal preference. If you're not looking for that, then this could be the perfect 6-pan for you. But I am looking for that. So for that reason, I was like, I don't even know if there's a point for me to dig into this, because I would just be using something that I know I'm going to be decluttering. So I might give it away. So these are one of those things where I'm like, oh, this is so cute. It makes so much sense for someone else. There is also a face cream, a lip salve, and there is... this one I need to take out and use. This one I will use. This is the face mist. Definitely using this one. Ooh, why have I not looked at the packaging? The packaging is beautiful. Nomad Air face mist. And I love that there's a logo and then Nomad Air. Oh my god. Ooh, ooh. What does that smell like? There is this smell to it, but it's not perfumey. It's not, I don't know what it is, but there's something. It is a fine enough mister, but maybe a little bit too, not tacky because it doesn't squirt in your face, but I still think that maybe it's like a little bit too tacky to be like a fine mister. But I also don't like those misters that are just like, oh, they're like, it's a cloud and I can't feel anything, and I'm like, did this do anything? But I will say I'm a big fan. What does this do? Refreshes and revitalizes. Rosemary. See, I told you there's something. There's something. Okay. I told you there was something. Another thing that is restocking today for the very last time is the Adept Cosmetics, the Arrow-inspired palette. This one is restocking for the very last time today. So if you had been eyeing this one and you wanted this palette, just know this is your last chance. This one I also have here, and this is the Dede's Signature, the classic autumn palette. She actually reached out to me and said that she was opening up her shop again. She has been on a hiatus and she is back again, and she asked me if she could send me this one, and she also gave me a code so that you can save some money in case you're interested in trying out Dede's Signature. So this is one of the palettes that I'm like contemplating if this should be the fourth palette in my 4 looks that I'm doing for next week. Let me show you what it looks like. I have not yet dug into this, but this is very like fall color scheme. 1 row of mattes, 1 row of shimmers. I like that there's a matte black and there's a silver over here, because I feel like there's a lot of yummy tones in here, but if you want to break it up and make something totally different, you have that here as an option. Even though maybe not the option for me, I do like though a warm crease with the silver eyeshadow. If you have not tried that, that is really pretty, and maybe you should try that. There is not a matte inner corner highlight for me in this one. Again, something that I want, but I know that that's not for everyone. I know that that's not for everyone, so I'm not asking of every brand to cater to me. I'm just saying what I see, but I'm excited to be trying this one out as well. This is going to be the first time I am trying the brand. We've also seen a sneak peek from Lunar Beauty. I am guessing this is going to be the holiday release for Lunar Beauty for this year. I have no idea what this is, but you can tell that it is an eyeshadow palette. They showed this like mysterious sneak peek kind of a reel, and you could tell that they were having some smoky, one of the models were wearing purple, as you can see here. So I'm very excited to see what this is. They have not, as I'm filming this, I have not seen a date for this release yet, but I'm excited to see what this is, and I'm excited to see what the brand is like conjuring up for this season, because last year they did the advent calendar, I think, and the year before that was the spell book thing, number 2, I think. Is that correct? Am I making stuff up? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm always excited to see what Lunar Beauty comes up with. I think that this is both the most unexpected and also kind of non-shocking collab that I've ever seen, and that is that Laura Gellar is collabing with the Wheel of Fortune. Honestly, kudos to Laura Gellar as a brand for just saying this is our demographic. I gotta say, I love that. I love just, you know, owning it. I have never watched Wheel of Fortune. It's not a show that was ever popular in Sweden. I've never watched it since I was here. I know the reference. I know approximately what the show is about. I've seen snippets, but it's a show that's never been aired in Sweden. I've never seen a full episode. It's just very US. It is a very US kind of thing. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that I might not get all the references, but it's a game show that is about as hip as Jeopardy, I would say. So I kind of like that they're like, listen, this is our demographic, this is what we're doing, and it's not for me. And I own that. It's not made for me, it's not made with me in mind, so I'm just leaving this be. But I will say, if this is your favorite show, and I will say, I mean, I'm not trying to age anyone. My mom's favorite show when she was in her early 30s was Jeopardy. She loves Jeopardy. She loves Jeopardy, so I'm not that's not me trying to age anyone, but I also am like, I'm intrigued to see what this collab, how this will do for the brand. I'm kind of hoping that it's a smash hit. One of my favorite mascaras, which is the Tower 28 mascara, now comes in a brown. I don't really do brown mascara. It's not my thing. I know some people are doing the more, you know, the effortless, natural, obviously that's not what I'm going for. I'm not going for the no makeup. I'm going for the, oh yes, I did put makeup on. I want it to be loud and clear. So for me, I'm never looking for a brown mascara, but I will say, if you are looking for a brown mascara, let me tell you, this mascara is amazing. And if you can pick it up now during the Sephora sale that's starting next Friday, I definitely would recommend it. I think this mascara is great. Revlon is coming out with 2 new products. It is a Luminous Gel Serum Blush. Sheer color visibly plumps cheeks with a healthy looking glow, lightweight formula. Okay, it seems cute. There isn't like an orangey shade in here. I could be about that. And then there is an Illuminance. Am I saying that correctly? You know, sometimes you say a word and you're like, that cannot be it. This is a tinted serum, and these are, the blush is 1183. That's oddly specific, which leads me to believe that maybe it's on Amazon. I will find it, I will link it down below. If you're looking for anything that I've been talking about in this video, if you've been like, what was she talking about? Check the description box, it's all gonna be down there. And the serum is $14 each. You know what? Soft satin finish. Even skin tone. I could be about this. I really like the Revlon foundation that I've been trying out. You know, I've been raving about that all year. So, do I want to try this one? Should I try it? Do you want to see me try it? Should we see if it is a satin finish or if it's sticky, gloopy, and just greasy? Maybe. What do you think? Nabla has also announced that they're doing another release, and they're doing a mini version of their side-by-side palette. So this is the side-by-side nude palette baby. And I wonder if these are full-size shades. Are these new shades? Or existing shades? No, it says features 9 new full-size shades. So this is not the same shades as it is in the original side-by-side, which is a bigger, I think, 16-pan palette. So this one is 9 other neutral shades. It's the season of neutrals, especially cool tone neutrals, even though this one is definitely more on the leaning neutral and then more into the red pinky side. So I wouldn't say that this is cool tone neutrals at all, but it's like, it's fascinating to see how we went from a couple of years with rainbow palettes and then we're like, nope, nope, we're doing something else. Dominique Cosmetics is releasing a lip and cheek stain. I love a good stain. I still have not used the ones I got from Clarins. Ooh, maybe I'll use that today, actually. I'll probably take this off, actually, and use it. I want to see what it's like. I love a good lip stain. This is what I like to do. I like to do my color of lips, basically, like my lips but better. Liner around my lips, and then I do lip stain in the middle of my lips, and then I do an oil or a gloss on top. I love that look. It's like a popsicle lip, but still defined with the lip liner. Absolutely love that. So I will say, I think it's a good idea to come up with the lip stain. It seems to be a red, a pink, and a more berry, purpley berry color that I think a lot of people would get on board with. I personally like them to be more orangey red when I'm doing a stain. I think that this could be a hit for the brand, but I honestly will say, where do you buy Dominique Cosmetics right now? It's not Ulta or Sephora, right? It's not available there anymore, or is it? Not 100% sure. This is what I think, though. I think a lot of these brands are selling a lot of things on TikTok because TikTok, literally, like I said before, is the new QVC. It's just turned into this shop with me platform, and I mean, I'm getting flustered just thinking about it. I'm like, it's just too much. So maybe that's where all the brands are selling stuff right now, because I feel like this TikTok shop thing, it's taken the platform to a very wild consumeristic thing that I'm just like stressed by seeing. Essence is releasing it's a Merry Christmas Mydeer, so it's a reindeer inspired Christmas collection. This is cute. This is really cute. It's a lip balm, a highlighter, a glitter lip beautifier, whatever that is, nail polish topper, eyeshadow stick, liquid blush, false lashes, and nail stickers. It's a little bit of everything. I don't need any of it, but that compact, that's the Deer lip balm. That is cute. I think also I forgot to talk about last week. If you missed out on the Colourpop, that reindeer collection thing that I think is like a holiday inspired collection by a cartoon that's I think only showing in the US. You know, that reindeer thing that Colourpop did like 2 years ago? If you missed out on that collection, it is re-releasing on Target. So Colourpop for Target is re-releasing that collection for the holiday season. So if you missed out on that, that one is coming back this season. I forgot to tell you about that, but just letting you know, that's also happening. Let's end with talking about this absolutely... What? Okay. When I see posts like this on Trend Mood, and I love Trend Mood and I really like Sophie, it makes me realize that some people like Jerrod Blandino, this is his collab with Madonna. Listen, I don't know. Don't ask me questions. I have no answers for you. It makes me realize that some of these people, they get a lot of airtime because they've been in the industry for a long time. They probably made some friends in the industry. But this is the ugliest, most pedestrian, weird collection of bullshit merch I've seen in a really, really long time. And the fact that anyone is oohing or awing over this makes me question their vision. What is this? That highlighter looks like something Makeup Revolution did in 2015. I was not impressed then. I'm not impressed now. There's literally a hand mirror. Are we impressed by hand mirrors now? That looks like somebody put a sticker on a Claire's hand mirror. Like, why are we impressed with this? It is a compact mirror for $25. You know how I usually say, oh, just buy a nice coffee instead? That's a coffee date. You and someone are getting a coffee each and a snack. Or a hand mirror. It's like an alternate universe that we're in where I'm like, am I the only one seeing how ridiculous this is? There's a highlighter, it's $45. At least Makeup Revolution had the decency of charging like $4.50 for them. Plumping lip gloss for $30 and a Blonde Ambition matte lipstick for $30. That's it. That's the whole thing. And I don't want to be mean or I don't want to be like questioning stuff, but I will say the longer I'm in this community, I've been doing YouTube for over 8 years, the longer I've been working with makeup brands. I have been releasing makeup collections with makeup brands for 3 years in a row. I've almost had my own brand for a year now, and I've worked on my own brand for longer than a year, way longer than a year. You get to see the backside of the industry, and you get to know what corners can be cut, what makeup really costs to produce, and what is expensive and what is not. This was not expensive to produce. The only thing expensive in this equation, you know what that is? Madonna. And she's like, that's cool, what did you get? A nosebleed? An aneurysm? Okay, let me scooch back because I feel like I'm getting worked up. It's lunch and I feel like I need a drink. But that was it. That was everything. Sorry for being a little sassy at the end, but sometimes I just do not understand any of this. I'm just like, yeah. You know, sometimes you look at people and you're like, how are you making money? And I saw that collection. I'm like, how is this making anyone money? Who's buying this? I clearly I don't get it, but I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. Don't forget to check out the live if you are a member and you want to join in, and I will see you soon. I will see you soon in another video. Thank you again, by the way, if you watched my video on Monday where I was talking about my mental health. Thank you so much for being so incredibly amazing, supportive, just kind. I really do appreciate it. I've actually had a really, really good week. This week has been amazing. You never know what's around the corner, but this week has been really good. I've been feeling good. I haven't been overly stressed. I've been having lunch. I've been taking breaks. I've even been reading, okay? I've been reading. So this week has been really good, but thank you so much for being so kind to me. Don't forget to subscribe though before you leave, because I will see you soon again in a new video. Bye!